vivid dream that the seals were broken and Jesus had returned. And out of my house, I was lifted through the roof with like a mighty pull, and I was observing the earth. I could see all of the lands of the earth, and I was not the only one in the sky. There were millions of people in the sky, and we're just floating there, and it's complete peace. It's completion is what it felt like, and there was such joy in all of our hearts because of it. But as I looked down at the earth, I heard a sound, and as I looked down, there were golden flashing lights that illuminated from the ground, and each light meant one person. And something had me zoom in on these lights. These lights were people, and someone said clearly, these are the 144,000 that I speak of, and they were sealed, and they were immediately transformed into warriors.
Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. All praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. Ba'ashem meaning in the name, Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect preaching His word in truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify, and what you just saw was this woman explaining her dream, right? And I stopped it right there on that part where she said on earth it was these glowing lights, and each one was one person. And somebody said these are the 144,000, right? Now, let me get this Philippians 2:15, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation. And that's what we in, man. Everything is set up against righteousness. Everything is set up against a right way and how you deal with people in a decent fashion. Everything. But what? We're walking in a fashion where we're without rebuke. We don't move in the same way as these people. We move so blamelessly among these people. They really can't even try to step to us to rebuke us on anything. On anything. Because what we apply, what the word of the Lord said, it says, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. And that's what she saw. The 144,000 shining as lights in the world. She said they were golden, right? This is Job 23 and 10. It says, but he knoweth the way that I take. When he had tried me, I shall come forth as gold. And that's when that deliverance and that change comes, because that's the last thing she said, that they were changed into the weapons of the Lord. Right? When we're fully tried, when the Lord is done giving us our trial, what did He say? He was going to make us a new sharp threshing instrument. Let me get that. Isaiah 41:15. It says, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. You know, I got to start up, man. I got to start up. Verse 9, it says, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called from the chief men thereof. And that's what you got to understand. The Lord called us from the chief men. If we hang on to this word, if we have the understanding of the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, we preach this thing in truth and sincerity. We ain't walking around being niggas in our personal life, nor niggas in the truth. right? The Lord has taken us from the chief men of the earth and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. Fear not, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. And you got to always keep that in your mind. And it's easier said than done because we catch hell, right? But we fighting for the high calling of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Remember that. Don't be dismayed. Don't fear. Just pray. For I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And at the end of the day, in every thought, when hell starts hitting, that's a thought that has to go through your mind. The Lord's going to uphold me. Whatever it is, I'm going to get through it. No matter how ugly it is. And we done been through some ugly shit. The average person wouldn't be able to do this because where the average person fails and turns to wickedness to meet their ends, we keep going in righteousness though failure happening, man. We don't fold up and change to get what we want. Hey, like it says in Psalms the 15th chapter, who shall abide in his tabernacle? Him that swear to his hurt and change not. Right? No matter what we're going through, we're not going to change the course that we have to take. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. And that's the time we're coming into. That's what she have to dream of. I'm going to get that wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter next. All those that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded, because when we get that deliverance, it's over. All the talking, all the back and forth, all the naysaying, the gainsayers, all that stuff, the Lord said he's going to close every mouth, man. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing and as a thing of naught. For Yahweh, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, for I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, say Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. And that's when the Lord gives us the power. That's what she saw. The changing, man. In a moment, let me get that. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and start at 49. And it says, and as we have borne the image of the earthly, and that's what we've done, man. These bodies are the earthly, man. They get sick, they get wounded, right? They break down, you tear ligaments, right? Muscle aches, tumors and cancers, right? All type of stuff happens in these bodies. Stomach issues. As we have borne the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly, right? And that's what she saw. Us getting that crown with those new bodies too. That's a big blessing, man. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I will shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, meaning we shall not all die, but we shall all be changed. That's what she saw. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal, man, this just normal ass flesh that decays, breaks down. The Esau system, bro, I was blessed to go out of the country recently, man. That was a major blessing, bro. And America is fucked up, man. This place, the food. I'm talking about when I was taking a shower, the water smelled like rainwater. But then I get back here and I told the brother while we was there, man, I was like, hey man, did you notice the shower? Bro, the water smells like rainwater, man. Water back home has a stink compared to this. This is hell, man. And the way Esau makes his system is to make sure that this hell is increased. But by a little bit every day, it just stacks up. In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. And that's what we're fighting for. For the day where Yahweh Shai gives us these new bodies and we can get the promise of the 144, the elect, in the 1/3, man. She saw it.
Into warriors of light.
Warriors of light, man. Let me get this, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. And after that dream, you know damn well she looking at her husband a different way. And our women, bros that got women in this truth, they've seen, I know for a fact the Lord has shown these women certain revelations about bros. In their dreams. They've seen certain things. But we in a Babylon the Great where they're so proud, where they can sit here and use social media, use the validation of another person to validate their fucking emotions to where they won't put any respect on that. So it's convoluted. But when this hell starts kicking off, we gonna all get our respect, man. The Lord said he's gonna give us praise and fame in every land we was put to shame. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no count of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be ashamed and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far above beyond all that they looked for. Right? Well, what's coming is going to exceed everything we imagine. Right? And the world is going to see it happen. The Lord is going to bless us openly. Right now, having this word, having this knowledge, this is a blessing that only the elect can comprehend. Right? But the Lord is going to give us a blessing that everybody in the world is going to be like, yo, those are the dudes. And there's going to be a certain amount of it that's going to happen on this side, but then there's going to be a perfection of it that's going to happen when we get the new bodies, where we're delivered out of this place, right? It says, and they groaning, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision and proverb of reproach. You see, that proverb of reproach is us constantly being downgraded here, man. Being misused, abused, talk shit on, treated like less than. Yahushua went through these same reproaches. Yahushua went through these same reproaches. We fools accounted his life madness in his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High and his lot among the saints? And that's what people are going to come to the mind of, man.
They were no longer human. They became what I would consider almost angelic. They were installed with an incredible power from God to be light warriors on earth during the final days. And they would stay until the very end, helping the last of those on earth come to God.
Bro, that's what we doing right now. That's what we doing right now. What does the scripture say? Enduring all things for the elect's sake, right? Revelation. Let me get this, man. Revelation. I think it's 3. Yeah, Revelation 2 and 25. It says, "But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star, and he that hath the ear let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches." All right, you got to endure to the end. This is something that we have. The Lord gave us a spirit to lean on, that we can literally go through the straight gate. Right, that we can hold on to this thing. You can literally pray to the Lord, "Hey, renew in me the joy of thy salvation." That's a major prayer to put in when things just keep fucking getting hard, man. We are this is an endurance sport. Right? The Lord is taking us through the trenches, and he with us. He's with us through the trenches, man.
Earth. Come to God before it's too late. Like this was the last chance. And there were people from all walks of life, all over the world. All over the world. But they were fitted with special gifts, and these people had lived very, very difficult lives. They, in themselves, have very heroic stories that they lived on Earth. And it was almost, actually I know, it was preparation for them to be the last 144,000 here on Earth.
Hey, hey, that's let me get it, man, in the pocket. Second Ezra 9 and 21, it says, "And I saw and spared it greatly, and I kept me a grape of a cluster and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." That's what she saw. Those difficult lives we go through, that's the Lord perfecting us, man. And this is why the scriptures say, "Endure chastisement." Right? Let's get that, man. Hebrews 12 and 7, it says, if ye endure chastising, the Most High dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastised not? There's another one I want, man. Man, it's another one. I can't even think about it. Let's play the rest of this.
The last 144,000 here on Earth during the final days. So the rest of us went up to heaven, and we watched from heaven the last fight, the mighty fight on Earth against Satan, with the 144,000 staying there, being warriors of light from God. That dream spooked me. I had to tell my husband, which was really weird because my husband was one of those 144,000 that I.
And you know what? It could be her husband actually comes into the truth. Or it could be her husband passes. It perishes in this stuff. Because I see it Edomite Jesus in the background on our wall. Right? But it could be her husband perishes and she gets a new husband as a bro in the faith. Who knows? Who knows, man? But hey, that blessing's on the way. Shalom.